welcome back to my channel, and welcome if you're new. My name is Liz. Today's reading, we are finally doing another love reading. I love love readings. I don't do enough of them, and today I really wanted to dive into what is coming in love. This is the love forecast, the near future, what's happening in love, and we got very specific answers. So I'll be very curious to find out if this resonates, if this connects with your current situation. I want to show you what we have first, and then we'll go through some more info. But we've got 3 piles to choose from, so whichever group you feel drawn to, I'll show you them here. So the first image is this very pretty snowy image, and the keyword is focus. Group 2, we have the keywords going forward. Pretty hills, looks like a sunrise. And group 3, we have this powerful image with the keyword power. And it's a city with lightning above. I love thunderstorms, so I love that image. But yeah, whatever image or word or number 1, 2, 3 you feel particularly drawn to today, that will be your message. I really hope that you enjoy. Please remember, have fun with my readings. My readings are meant for entertainment. I do hope that there is a message that resonates for you, but always trust your own judgment and discernment and intuition first before whatever comes up in these readings. Have fun with it. That's what I hope you get from this reading, is some enjoyment, maybe some information, or maybe even just something that you connect to and makes sense for your situation. I'd love to hear it below in the comments. If you haven't already, consider liking and subscribing to the channel. And also, if you enjoy me or my readings, if you enjoy my reading style, you can support the channel and receive an exclusive video every single week on my Patreon page, as well as my YouTube memberships. Both of those are linked below in the description. So really whichever is more convenient for you. But I do upload a reading every single week, and it's for a smaller collective, so there's only about 200 people watching. So yeah, let me know. Let me know what you think of today's reading. Let's take a nice deep breath before we dive in. Yeah, we did charms, we did letters, we did the pendulum. So we got lots of information, lots of cards. I used some fun love cards today. So I'm excited to hear what you think. Let's dive in. We will start with group number 1. Everyone always makes fun of my tea because they say it looks like it has too much milk in it. Anyways, we're going to see what is going on with you for love. You chose this snowy image with the keyword focus. So I'll be curious to see if this theme comes up in your reading. Maybe someone's very focused on you, or maybe you're focused on a certain relationship. Let's see what's going on. I'm going to shuffle the cards first, and then we'll see what we have. And of course, if you're listening to this and you're thinking, okay, what is she talking about right now? Then this one might not be for you. I like to get specific with the love readings. I want to get a specific scenario and situation. So that means it might not resonate with everybody. But if it's for you, you'll likely know. Okay, so group 1, what is happening in love for group 1? Group 1. Got 4 cards there. Okay, so let's see what we have, group 1. Let's see what's going on in love for you in the near future. Flirt. So you've got some flirtatiousness coming in. Heartbroken and strings. Love who you are. Ace of Wands, 3 of Swords, 8 of Cups, 2 of Wands. Okay, so this is very clear to me, group 1. You recently went through some sort of heartbreak, more than likely, if you chose this group. It doesn't have to be recently. I shouldn't say recently, but you're definitely still healing from somebody or a certain situation. And this feels to me like this week, there is a feeling of getting back out there, exploring your options, seeing what else might be out there. I think that this is going to be, whether this is a week ahead or just the next couple of months, it feels a little bit more extended for you, meaning a little bit further into the future than just like the next few days or a week. I feel like this is sort of telling you what's coming in for love, in the near future over the next little while. That's what I feel like. But But yeah, I feel like you are getting back out there. This to me feels like somebody who's just starting to explore other options. I do feel like you are cutting contact with somebody though, if you haven't already. You have 8 of Cups here, so I am seeing you move on from someone, cut connections. You could be blocking someone or unfollowing someone, or just really starting to minimize contact. I'm feeling like it's been hard to move on from somebody because they have still been somewhat in your focus, or you've just had to interact with them more, or maybe you've chosen to interact with them more. But I think that this has made it a little bit more difficult to heal and move on and imagine things without them. It could be that you're friends, it could be that you work with them, or just you have a strong connection with them. But I'm really seeing you starting to explore what else is out there. And it doesn't have to be, this is the thing, and this is what I'm getting to tell you, is this doesn't have to be like you jumping into a relationship, right? You're just going to kind of see, like, talk, flirt. I'm seeing you flirting. I don't know. I feel like there could be an event or something you're going to, something you're doing, where you're meeting someone. And I think this is going to be the first time in a long time where you've had this feeling of like, oh my, like, oh, I really like them. Like, when can I talk to them again? Someone could be texting with you. There could be some text flirting or something like that. But I'm definitely seeing somebody catching your attention, or you're possibly catching someone else's attention. I'm seeing some intense attraction, and I'm getting like a stirring of passion. But yeah, there's definitely a theme here of attraction. But, I guess I'm getting to tell you, it doesn't have to be, like, you don't have to feel like you're fully ready to jump into a relationship in order to flirt or get to know or kind of explore your options, see what's out there. If you're still feeling like you're healing or grieving someone, that's okay. It's going to take you as long as it's going to take you. But I do see that you are kind of maybe coming to the realization that it's not going to work with this person from the past. All right. It's not, at least this is the decision that you're making. I almost said, at least for right now, but I don't think so. I think that you're cutting your connection with this person. That's what I feel like. I think you are also realizing some things weren't true, okay, about this person or relationship from the past. And this itself has some, difficulties connected to it. Okay, I'm getting the message you're expecting yourself to feel a certain way when moving on. Like, you're expecting yourself to feel like fully, enthusiastic about it. You might not. Like, maybe this is more so about dipping your toes in the water as opposed to diving in, Ooh, love call just fall out. Oh my goodness. Okay, so someone expresses love, a message of love, thinking of you and letting you know. I feel like it's more so the third part. Somebody's definitely, like, you, I don't know if you've met them recently or if this is happening in the near future, but somebody is very attracted to you. Like, very attracted to you, and I do see them reaching out in some way to talk to you. So there's definitely some flirtatiousness. And again, you don't have to, like, this doesn't have to mean you're getting married tomorrow. Have fun, flirt, talk. It doesn't mean you have to feel, like, you can still feel the feelings of what you're dealing with this previous connection. And it's okay. It's okay to, like I said, dip your toes in the water. Let's see what this says. It says, love who you are. You are divine, delightful, and deserving of the wonderful things life has to offer. So I don't know if this previous person said something that made you feel like, oh, wow, I don't deserve to be in a relationship. Or maybe there was, something that happened in the previous relationship that made you feel that way. But the cards are really wanting to emphasize to you, you deserve love. You are lovable. Okay. And maybe this too, like, maybe there's been some healing and you're feeling more confident about yourself. Maybe even this flirting that's happening is, oh, I just got something. Something someone said in the past, like, really affected your confidence. It wasn't about you. It was about them, okay? But what I was gonna say is I feel like this flirtatiousness that's taking place is kind of giving you a bit of a confidence boost. And not that your confidence is relying on this flirting, but it does feel good. Like, let's be honest. It feels good when you're flirting with someone or there's like a crush and you can feel like they have a crush on you too. Like it's such a fun feeling. So I think you're having fun with that. I also think that you are not, and this is a good thing, I feel like you're not really in a place where you even really want to jump into anything too serious necessarily. So I think you're in a really good place. I think you have been focusing on yourself and your own goals and maybe your home. You've been doing different things, where you live, maybe focusing on career or different things like that. Yeah, I don't see you going back to this person in the past. Okay, I just opened the deck. This relationship is over. So, I think that this is a bit of a bittersweet time for you because at the same time, you're realizing, okay, this person from the past, it's not going to happen, but wow, what else is out there, right? You've always heard that expression, there's plenty of fish in the sea. It's true. I know it doesn't always feel like that, but I think you are on the precipice of a very fun, exciting time. And I think there's other people who are so interested in you. And for some reason, I think this person from the past has had such a hold on you and your confidence, not even just you, but your confidence. Like something that they say, it's like everything kind of hinges on what their opinion is. Like, do you like what I'm like? They may have even made an impact on like what, yeah, I've seen what's happening. I feel like they may even have made an impact on like what you wear, how you wear your hair, what makeup you wear, if you wear makeup. I feel like this person had such influence over what you did. So now you're like, you know what? No, I'm wearing my hair this way because I like it. I like short hair, or I like this hat. I had an ex, actually, it's so funny. That example always pops up because I know this was like 12 years ago, but I was dating someone that like everything I wore, it's like one time I remember they came over and I was so excited because I felt so cute. I had this little blue outfit on, and instead of being like, you look nice, he goes, oh, I don't like blue, but you know what? I kind of like this on you. And then like I wore a hat. He's like, oh, I don't really like hats. And everything I wore, there would be like almost like this backhanded compliment. So maybe that's something you were dealing with too. That just popped into my head because this feels kind of familiar to me. But yeah, so I think love who you are is just telling you like you get to make the decisions now, and you love who you are. You're realizing that this person's opinions or comments from this previous connection really doesn't matter. It doesn't matter because there's going to be someone out there who loves that blue outfit on you, just as an example. So yeah, I think you are exploring options. I think you are at the early stages of it though, okay? And have fun with that. It doesn't have to be serious too soon, right? Have fun with this. Now, coffee cup, when I split the deck, meeting and conversing, savoring the moment, feeling uplifted, friendship. So yeah, and that's, I think too, I mean, maybe you are friends with somebody, but there's definitely an undertone of like attraction and, can you see all of these? Yeah. Attraction and flirtatiousness. So that could be kind of a fun way to kind of dive into this. It could be, someone you're meeting and you're going for coffee, or you're getting together as like a group. And it's like, wow, I kind of like this person, So have fun with it. I'm seeing in your forecast some flirtatiousness, some fun, some confidence boosts, some conversation that is very flirty, some texts that are particularly flirty, definite mutual attraction. So I want you to know when you meet this person, if you don't know who this is yet, it's mutual, okay? So know this going in, the attraction is mutual. They're just as attracted to you, just as interested in you as you are in them. I think that you chose focus for a reason. I wasn't sure what the focus would be, but I think the focus right now is you. The focus right now is you. What do I want? What do I want to wear? Where do I want to go? What are my goals? And now you're seeing, how does someone fit into that instead of how can I fit to, in with this person, So I think this is a really interesting time for you. I think it's going to be a great time for you. I think you're finally saying goodbye to somebody. You're very much in the in-between, I think, though, right? So this doesn't feel like you're, fully committing to anyone else at this point. You're just dipping your toes in the water. You're seeing what else is out there. You're flirting, you're having fun. So this is really great. And in the process, you're realizing, you know what? That isn't the only person for me. Look at my new coffee cup. I love it. I'm going to take another sip. Group 1, I think this is fantastic. I want to get you some charms too. Now, the reading I posted recently, I cast the charms right onto the cards. And while I like doing that, you couldn't really see the charms, you know, on the camera. So I'm just going to get my charm tray. And I think this will be a little easier for you to see, and I can lift them closer this way. All right, so let's see. Ooh, interesting. There could, ooh, yes, wow. So there could be some travel involved in this new connection, or just what you're doing right now. You could be traveling, you could be encouraged to travel. Maybe there's somewhere you always wanted to go with this previous person and they never wanted to, or you went with them and they made it miserable, right? So maybe this is where you're going again, because look at this. You got the boat, and the boat here, you have 2 of Wands, which can indicate travel or travel plans. So an 8 of Cups, actually. Maybe you were traveling. You know, this could be something that you're planning on doing, is doing a bit of, it doesn't have to be far, it doesn't have to be long, but maybe you're doing a little bit of traveling, right? Or this is something that's going to come up. You might not know what this is yet. Maybe someone invites you somewhere, or you have a sudden desire to travel somewhere. So that's cool. You have 2 cups. So strong Ace of Cups energy. And this is 2 of Cups, right? Because you've got 2 of them. So definitely new connections are in the forecast for you. But I'm getting the need to tell you, it doesn't have to be, you know, the person. You know, go with the flow. Is the connection fun right now? That's great. You know, it doesn't have to be so serious at this point, right? Because I think you are clearly, based on the cards, healing from something else. I'm seeing you kind of progressing cautiously, and I think that's smart. If you're like me, I'm using a lot of personal examples today because there's lots of familiarities in this reading today. Not everything, but as far as me, like I dive right into relationships like head first, like whoa. So going forward in my life, I'm trying not to do that. So cautious optimism, I think, is a good way to look at this charm. Some cautious optimism. But I do think you're enjoying your alone time right now. I think that you're enjoying your tranquility and your peace. And again, this could also have to do with travel. I feel like if you are traveling, wherever it is, it's very tranquil, it's very peaceful. It could even involve like a spa or something like that. Flexibility, I think you're trying to be flexible right now. But also at the same time, this charm can come up when we're trying to bend too much to fit what someone else wants us to be. So it kind of goes into what I was saying earlier. You've got the spoon. A spoon, this could be about like stirring things up. This could be about assistance. The spoon can come up when we're receiving assistance. I find it interesting that you've got lots of cups. First of all, you've got 3 cups. You know, this to me was making me think of 2 of Cups. Then you've got the coffee cup, and you also have the coffee cup card. When I had split the deck, you had the coffee cup card. Savoring the moment. I think that's important too, what this says, savoring the moment. I think you're trying to just enjoy this time. Yeah, someone could be asking you for coffee. That could be what a clue is to like what this date is going to be or where this flirtation is going to start. And the fun thing about charms is these things could be very personal. Like you could work making coffee, you know, like somewhere where you make coffee, like have fun with it. Now the lemon, this to me is definitely making me think of fresh start with everything that we have. So this is a fresh start for you. Let me hold these up for you, group 1. Yeah, the travel is really interesting. Lots of heavy themes of travel. I want to say something. It's coming up, and I don't like to ignore messages. Because I think some of you are traveling alone, be cautious, be aware, okay? Be cautious, be aware. I am a fan of traveling with somebody, but I know there's a lot of people that do like to do solo traveling. Just a friendly, gentle reminder, be cautious, be aware, okay, of your surroundings, please. That came in for a reason, so not to, you know, it's not meant to frighten you, it's just meant to say, okay, be aware, be cautious, you know, who you're talking to, where you're going, be aware, make smart decisions. Anyways, let's see what the letters have to say. See what kind of words we can find today. I'll just pop that right there. Okay, let's see here. I'm going to look at them this way to see what jumps out. Sometimes you'll see a word without actually seeing all of the letters. Like I see angel, I see God. And then I'll flip them upright in just a moment. I see Florida. I see realize. I see hot. I see loft. Sold. Big. Okay, let me flip these upright for you. I'll get my hand out of the way in just a second. Just let me. I see serious. Stomach's growling. Bright. I see bright. I don't know if we have all of the letters. Yeah, I think we do. We'll do the pendulum as well after this. Keep in mind, have fun with the pendulum. Keep the questions light, right? Have fun with my readings as a whole, right? These readings should be fun and hopefully, give you some information that is helpful to you. But the pendulum isn't going to resonate for everyone. Everyone's asking very different questions, so pick a fun question. Could be some fun extra confirmation for you. Yeah, look for names, locations. I see bright. Ooh, cafe. Definitely a coffee, like you had cafe, you have the coffee cup card and the coffee cup charm. So coffee, cafe, maybe you're meeting at a cafe. Okay, let's see what your answer is. You can pause the video if you need some time to decide a question. No rush, take your time. Let me just make sure that's ready. Okay, here we go. Okay, buddy, yes. So group 1, let me know what you think of today's message. Did this resonate? Did this make sense? Some of it might make more sense as things progress. Maybe you haven't even met this person, but there's somebody like, I don't know, I feel like they're already attracted to you. But because it's strong messages of mutual attraction, that makes me feel like you would know who this is. Maybe you haven't met them yet, but yeah, I'm very curious to hear what you think of this. Definitely leave a comment below. If you enjoy Mirror My Readings and you want to support the channel and receive an exclusive video every single week, you can check out my Patreon page or my memberships. Both are linked right below in the description, whatever works better for you. And yeah, that just supports the channel. And also you get a reading every week that is for a smaller collective. So I think only like 200 and something people are watching it, so it's less people watching it, so it might resonate a little bit differently. But yeah, let me know what you think of this, and we will see you next time. 2, if you chose going forward, then this is your messages about love. So we're going to see what is coming up for love in the near future. We're doing a love forecast. Now, I like to get very specific in love readings, so if you're listening to this and you feel like, what is she talking about? Like, I don't know what this is about, then this one might not be for you. As I like to get as specific as I possibly can, I'll try to give you as many possibilities as I can, but at the same time, I like to get very clear situations. So let's see what's going on if you chose going forward. So group 2, what's happening for group 2? I'll shuffle out all of your cards first, and then we'll see what we have. Group 2, what's happening for group 2? of these. So let's see what is going on for you in love if you chose the second card. So you've got 9 of Swords, Knight of Cups, 4 of Swords. You've got engagement ring, honeymoon, caution, romance, get to know each other. All right, so what is going on here? All right, so I think I know. I'm seeing somebody here who is very much a hopeless romantic, somebody who is gets very swept up in love. Okay, so this could be somebody that you're meeting. This could be someone that you're already talking to or communicating with. This person is a romantic though, okay? So, but there's some anxiety or caution here. Maybe it's that they tend to jump in a little bit quickly. So this person right now I'm seeing is waiting. Now this could simply be, this doesn't even have to be anything too deep. Somebody is wanting to propose to you, but they're feeling anxious. They're waiting for something. All right, they're feeling cautious, or they feel like right now is not the best moment. That could simply be the message, okay? But I want to go a little bit deeper into other possible scenarios here. But yeah, you're dealing with someone who is just so romantic, but they feel like for some reason they can't fully express these feelings, these emotions. They can't make this offer. I'm seeing somebody who wants to travel with you. They want to sweep you off your feet. But again, there's a little bit of anxiety there. I'm also thinking that this person might be a little bit shy. The name of this mushroom is the blushing milkcap mushroom. So this person might be a little bit shy as well. They might deal with some shyness. Let's see what we have here. So getting to know each other. Learn to meet another's need for love is what it says. Getting to know each other. I feel like this person, or again, if this is someone you haven't met yet, I think something has the potential to move quite quickly. I am seeing a situation where maybe someone is a little bit more guarded than the other person. Okay, so you're trying to kind of like meet in the middle a little bit is what I'm getting from this card. So you're dealing, I think, with one person who tends to really take their time in a relationship, and then you're dealing with somebody who dives in. In this situation, I was actually just talking about this with group 1, but I tend to be like more like this person. Like I'm definitely romantic, and when I feel like I'm falling in love, I'm already thinking ahead. Like I'm a romantic for sure. So I do feel like you're dealing with someone who is very much the type that wants to move forward and dive right in. And then you're dealing with somebody who is a little bit more, I guess, I almost want to say grounded, because look at this mermaid and then this person here. I'm feeling like this person, if you haven't met them yet, is very affectionate. They're very expressive and they're very generous, both with what they say and then with like little gestures. I think that this is going to be the type to buy flowers, and they might even drop hints about like, hey, what kind of engagement ring would you like? Like, hey, if we were to get married, where would you want to go on honeymoon? That kind of thing. And then you've got one person being like, hey, whoa. It doesn't mean, by the way, that this person isn't feeling the same way. It's just that this person is trying to be cautious and mindful and take their time, okay? So engagement, partnership, commitment, eternity, completion, and union. I'm seeing that somebody, I want to get a bit of clarification. I'm seeing that somebody needs some time to think. Okay, someone's taking some time to think. Somebody could have proposed. I feel like this reading has a few different possible scenarios, but somebody could have proposed and the person might have actually said like, I want to accept your proposal. It's just I'm not quite ready yet. Like something like that could have happened. What I feel like it more so is that somebody wants to propose, but they feel like, okay, this is quick. And it doesn't even have to be proposal, by the way. I keep using that word, but it could just be like, I want to commit to this person. I want to move in with this person, fill in the blank, right? I want to move this forward. But it's so quick. It's so quick. It's so sudden. Like, am I thinking this through? There's definitely a battle between the head and the heart here. There's definitely a battle between the head and the heart. So what I'm getting is advice-wise for this, give this time. That's not saying it's not going to happen, but there is reason I'm getting in this connection to take your time. I do feel like for the most part, this is going to be a great connection. Okay, so I'm not saying be cautious because this person's a jerk or anything like that. Get to know each other. Something is just moving a little fast. And I think deep down, both of you know it. Both of you might know it, and there's some concerns there. But what I'm seeing is two people that really feel the connection. I'm getting there's something about the way the two of you have had very different lives, very different upbringings, very different experiences in life. So you're really getting to know each other. And it's in that, I think, that's actually drawing you to each other. I am getting that this is still in the honeymoon stages, and that's maybe why this needs to just be slowed down a little bit. I think that both of you need some time to really absorb the decisions that you're making. I'm not saying the feelings aren't real, okay? I want to reiterate that. But I think that there's just, whoa, like, let's just slow down for a second. Let's enjoy this too. And it's not even just about like telling you to be cautious or anything. It's about let's enjoy this. This phase of a relationship, the honeymoon phase, the getting to know each other, this doesn't last. Trust me. It's gonna, and I know some of you are nodding your head because you've been there and you're in it now maybe, but it will become routine and familiar and comfortable. And there's so many good things in that too. Like I think that's wonderful. I think when you can get to the point in a relationship where this is my person and we're sticking through it, we're working through things, and that honeymoon stage isn't really there, and this is really starting to annoy me. Like there's so many good things that are in that phase as well, but this period of time is fleeting. It's quick. It doesn't mean there won't be attraction forever, right? I do believe that this feeling can come up again, and we can do things to kind of make it happen, but at the same time, you've got a period of time right now that I think could be really fun. I'm seeing this person wants to travel with you. They want to take you places. Like I was saying, this person's very romantic. I'm seeing they get discouraged easily though. So somebody gets very discouraged easily, and they tend to read too much into things that are actually really not even that significant. So for example, if a text has a slightly different tone, this person's very emotional, they're sensitive, okay? So they're very sensitive. One person here is very in touch with emotions, one person's very grounded, they're in their mind. When I said earlier, there's a bit of a battle between the head and the heart, I think that's within somebody, but I also think that's like the way you two both communicate. Open the deck to the palm tree. So stability, security, permanence, growth, endurance, and flexibility. So I think right now there's potential to build like a relationship that will endure and will be long lasting. I just think there's something to be said with like taking your time here. Be lighthearted. Look at this. I just flipped the deck again. So be lighthearted, finding out things coming to light, adapt, change, heal. I think this connection, when it happens, if it hasn't started yet, there's going to be different things that the two of you are going to need to adapt to and get to know about each other. What I'm getting is the cards like, and this is definitely for somebody, okay? So I don't know who this is, and there's obviously different ways that this might fit. With a reading, it's really important for you to like read between the lines too, like how this would fit in with your situation. Everyone's situations are so drastically different. What we're looking at here is themes, right? And I try to interpret like what this is talking about. So I'll give scenarios and examples, but these themes might resonate for you in an entirely different way than I'm describing in this scenario. So have fun with it, right? But yeah, what I'm getting from the cards is right now is a really good time to get to know each other. And it's important right now to get to know each other, to let this kind of just be in the phase that it's in. Like be here right now. Just be in the way it is right now. The numbers 44 and 25 might be important. There's a scenario with somebody, it might not be everyone, but there's a scenario with somebody someone's like waiting on an answer. They feel like they're waiting for somebody. They're waiting for someone to be on the same page. Is that a snail? Because again, I'm kind of getting like the idea of like, take your time, slow down. I want to see what else is coming up here. There's somebody in this connection where the other person really appreciates, like, there's something coming up about like the way you dress, the way you might do your makeup or your hair. Like this person's so attracted to you. There's something almost vintage about the way someone's dressing in this scenario, or the way they do their makeup or their hair. Like there's something about vintage style coming up that won't resonate for everyone, but I'm just trying to dig a little deeper right now. So I'm getting something about vintage style. And this other person's like very drawn to that. Again, I'm seeing somebody, if you haven't met them yet, they are a romantic. I think it might catch you off guard sometimes too. It might even honestly be over the top sometimes, like flowers and the things that they're saying, like big paragraphs of like, this is my love, like, and I'm not saying it's going to turn you off, but it's like, sometimes you're going to be like, holy smokes, like what? Like, I don't think that someone in this situation is used to this at all. It's very romantic. Candlelight dinners, holding the door open for you, perhaps, you know, just that kind of thing. I'm seeing if there's anything I like to kind of go deeper. I'm seeing if there's anything else I can pick up on. You do, I think both of you are going to find you have a lot of things in common as far as your goals for the future. If this connection were to just be at its own pace and like you were to just kind of like let go and not have this a bit of caution, this would be like one of those relationships where you're married within like months for sure. Like, so I think it's actually good that one person seems to be the more cautious one and just saying, hey, let's get to know each other. Let's take our time here, you know? But I think there's definitely a feeling of like wanting to travel together. I think you two have a similar place that you'd like to go. Maybe you've already discussed honeymoon locations or wedding locations, things like that. But I'm really feeling this is like honeymoon stage as well. The honeymoon stage, getting to know each other, romance, right? Enjoy it. Enjoy this time. Alternatively, there also is a situation where someone really wants to move forward and share that they have feelings for you, but they're terrified, like absolutely terrified. So they wait, they don't do it. They stop themselves. Like every time they text something out, like, oh, I really care about you, this is how I feel, they stop themselves in their own tracks. They're not talking to you in that instance. They're just trying to kind of, I guess, let things progress the way they're supposed to. But there's definitely someone who wants to move things along quickly. Like someone's made up their mind about you is what I'm seeing. Like they've made up their mind. I'm getting a conversation they've had with their friend where their friend's like, hey, like kind of like what I'm saying, like enjoy this time. Like they're like, no, this is the person. This is the person I knew immediately. I saw them and I knew I'm marrying this person. You know how you see that in movies? It's like, that's the girl I'm going to marry. Like that kind of idea. It's so interesting you chose going forward. That's kind of like what this reading is about, is going forward, moving forward. I will say there's something about right now, this honeymoon period, you're looking at the highlight reel. I have to say, like you're looking at the highlight reel. You haven't yet found out those little annoyances or those qualities about this person that are going to be something you'll have to work through. I think that's also why it's important. It's saying like, look, right now you're seeing this. It doesn't mean that they're a bad person. I want to very clearly say that. Everyone has qualities though that aren't so great. Like, you know what I mean? And personality traits that might clash and habits that they have and history and all of that. So I'm getting that there's a situation where the two of you haven't yet discovered what those things are going to be, those challenges. You know, so that also is important. Like, let's get to know that too, right? What are your problems? Like, what issues have you encountered in a relationship before? Tell me about that. Like, what really bothered you about, you know, a connection in the past that you want to work through differently? Like, I think there's going to be really great conversations. I'm getting like really great heart-to-heart conversations. You look at that. Oh my goodness. Oh my God, chills just went up my leg. Because look at this. I split the deck, getting to know each other, and right at the top of the deck was heart-to-heart conversations. So yes, I do see that there's going to be some, oh my gosh, I have chills. There's going to be some heart-to-heart conversations here for you, group 2, that are going to be very illuminating. And you know, it doesn't mean the romance element of this has to go anywhere, but you know, we're human beings, we're flawed, and we are difficult. Humans are difficult. Relationships are really hard. So I think that's what you're kind of seeing here in the cards. So just take your time. I think the overarching message to walk away from before we get into charms is enjoy this. Enjoy this period of getting to know each other. One person wants to get married yesterday, and one person's like, hey, let's just, and it could be, by the way, it could be that both of you are like, oh yeah, we've made up our mind. We're getting to just enjoy this time, plan, dream, fantasize, do all that, but get to know each other too at the same time. Discuss things you're anxious about. Don't like hide these things or like ignore these things. Like if there's something that's concerning that comes up, discuss it. Heart-to-heart conversations. I can't believe that. And look, even just splitting the deck to getting to know each other, like that is so bizarre. So yeah, you're getting to know each other. As you reveal your innermost selves to each other, your bond deepens. So yeah, it's going to be good to really discuss things. I'm seeing that happening though, but there could also be, like I said, somebody who's just a bit closed off. So it could be that this is necessary. I always notice this person's like looking straight ahead, and this person's like, again, looks like they're just talking, like, talk to me, talk about this. So you could also be dealing with that a little bit, but I see some good conversations happening. I'm seeing in these discussions, there's going to be a sense of like honesty of like, these are my worries in a relationship, or like, this is what I really need, you know, that I didn't get before. This person didn't talk, and I need to be able to have open communication or something like that. Like, so I think this is good. I think some good conversations are coming up. I love this. I really do love this. At its core, I think this is a really great connection. It's just a bit of a whirlwind, and you've got two people maybe who are just very different in how they approach relationships. But I see things moving forward, and whether or not it's proposals, weddings, engagements, moving forward into a stable relationship. There's definitely potential here. So let's see what the charms have to add, group 2. I love this though. Okay, group 2, what do we have from the charms? All right, so let's see. You've got the rooster. Oh, look at that, my little new coffee cup I got. And the glasses. Now, have fun with charms. Charms can be very personal. And what I mean by that is like glasses, that might be a clue as to something that's going on. There could be a personal connection that I'm not picking up on, right? Because it's personal to you. You've got the rooster, you've got the pineapple, you have the shovel, the teddy bear, the leg. I think, you know what's funny is I think you're dealing with someone who, like I was saying, dives in headfirst into relationships, and then you've got someone who kind of dips their toes in kind of into relationships. So nothing wrong with either way. You know, some people are just hopeless romantics. They dive in and they love, and then other people need more time. So everyone, I think, is respecting each other's pace that they need to go at. But you've got the clock here, so give each other time. You've got the lock with the head. Okay, that's cool. This actually was from a different charm, and I kept it. I kept forgetting to take it out. But I think someone is kind of guarded in regards to what they're thinking about something. You've got the lock here too. So yeah, someone hasn't fully opened up yet. They're being cautious, and I think there could also be a situation where someone's trying to kind of step back and give this person some time and space, which I think is good too. It's respectful. So yeah. You aspire to great things, begin with little ones. Yeah, I think it's saying like, you aspire to this great relationship. Let's start with like little things, right? So to me, it's saying like, this relationship has potential to be lifelong. I want to just reiterate that. This is a great connection. I'm seeing a lot of love and a lot of potential, but let's make it last. Like, let's do this. Let's really get to know each other. And I think I'm seeing a relationship too where two people really want to keep that romance alive, and in 20 years into the future, you still want to be getting dressed up for each other and having those butterflies and, you know, all of that. So I think there's great potential for that too. Yeah, definitely someone feels like, okay, this is where I want to be. This is where I want to stay. Digging deep into emotions, uncovering emotions. Possibly you've got a lot of that here. The bicycle is it can be a charm of perseverance, moving forward. I always notice the wheels. The pirate, this can have to do with adventure. It's making me think of like storybooks and imagination, things like that. It could be that someone's very imaginative. You've got the teddy bear here. This can be comfort and friendship. Someone feels very safe with you, very comforted by you. The glasses can be like looking closer, clarity. Someone could be feeling very clear in regards to you. The rooster could have to do with confidence, right? Confidence. Someone could be very boastful about you and very like they're bragging about you to their friends, that kind of thing. Stepping into new experience could be what this leg is about. Stepping into new experience. This kind of reminds me of Wizard of Oz right now, actually, the slipper. So pineapple has to do with friendship, family. Could be that this relationship blossomed from a friendship. It's also a symbol of luck and love. Yeah, clock, giving something time. I love this. You aspire to great things, begin with little ones. I like that. Let's begin with like little steps. It doesn't have to be overnight. Okay, let's get some letters. Yeah, this person's very sweet. Like the things they say to you are just so, like, I think it honestly, like, oh, friend. Yeah, it definitely could have started as a friendship. But yeah, I mean, it definitely, I think sometimes it catches you off guard and you might not even believe them. Like, but this is how they feel. Like this person's just very honest about their emotions. I'm also seeing someone who's very sentimental, or your relationship's very sentimental. Like you remember things, and this person might remember little things that you say, like, oh, I really like, that's my favorite flower. And then they pay attention to detail is what I'm getting. Very sentimental. They keep things. Pictures are important to them, memorabilia, things like that. Okay, so I'm going to leave them like this, and you can see what you see just like this. Then I'll flip them upright. Look for names, initials, certain words. They might like the show CSI. That could be a show that you watch together. Day. I think we have day and night, if I'm not mistaken. So it could be like something about very, like a lot of differences, like day and night. Oh, we do. Look at that. That's too cool. Day and night. Night and day. Night and day. That's too cool. I like that. So yeah, friend, sweet, very kind gestures, kind messages, loving, very loving, sentimental person. This person probably has a lot of like I'm getting like holiday traditions that are meaningful to them too. Like, oh no, every holiday, this is what we do. We go here and this is what we buy, and this is, you know, this is what we eat. Like I'm getting this person, I think that kind of thing, like relationship traditions and things like that. Like, oh, we do this every year. Like this is important to them, or it could be important to you too. Flute. Fear. The Nine of Swords too. Queen. So let me know what you see. I'd love to hear. Look in the comments. And yeah, I'll get you the pendulum. You can think of a yes or no question. Have fun with the pendulum, of course. Like, it's good to kind of keep the question light and fun. Everyone's asking very different questions. Listen to your own intuition first. Get what you got from the reading. If it resonates, it resonates. And then this is just some fun answer to a yes or no question. So take your time, pause the video if you need more time. Got a yes today. So I was just choked on my tea. Okay, anyways, have a beautiful day, group 2. Let me know if this resonates. If you enjoy me or my readings, definitely check out my Patreon page or my memberships, either one, whatever's easier for you. If you want to support the channel and receive an exclusive video every single week, those are both linked below in the description. And yeah, we will see you next 3. If you chose the power card, then this is your messages, your forecast for love. We're going to see what's coming in for you in the near future. So what I'm doing today is shuffling the cards first, and then we'll flip them over and see what we have. But I like to get very specific with love messages. So I want to mention that I do like to get very specific. So if you're listening to this and you feel like, no, this doesn't really sound familiar to me, or I don't really know what this is. I mean, it might not have happened yet, but at the same time, take what resonates, right? I do like to get specific messages, and I will try to give as many messages as possible from the cards, but usually there's one very clear scenario when I do love readings specifically. For some reason with love readings, I find it's the most like, I'll get a very clear story of what's happening. Okay, group 3. What's going on in love in group 3? What's happening for love for you? What's happening for love? Group 3, what's happening in love? Okay, group 3, let's see what is happening. Talking. Okay, oh wow, okay. So it says, interested, conversing more, awaited message arrives, text, call, email, and hovering. So someone's hovering over their phone, checking their phone every time their phone goes off. Is it them? Like that kind of thing. Page of Swords, 7 of Cups, Wheel of Fortune are your tarot cards for this situation. Confusion, the heart of the matter, and playfulness. Okay, group 3. So this is fairly clear to me what is going on, and hopefully we get some insight into like what's going to happen with this, but this is actually a very interesting card. Listen to what this says. It says, there's more going on than meets the eye. So what I'm seeing is, what really jumped out at me is this idea of like hovering over your phone, and when your phone goes off, is it them? So I feel like this feels like very early stages of a connection, very new connection. Sorry, I don't know what other word I was looking for, but yeah, it's a very new connection, okay? It's like you've either just met this person or you haven't met them yet, and it's going to happen. So, but there is some confusion going on. I might get a little bit of clarification. Just give me a moment to piece these all together, because I'm trying to see what I'm picking up on here. Because we've got confusion, the heart of the matter. So there seems like a situation right now where you're feeling very confused about where somebody stands. There is confusion. I feel like this is a connection where it's like, I have no idea what this could turn into. Like, this could be the love of my life, or it could be someone that I just become friends with. Like, this is what I'm getting is you need to know more. And I feel like that might sound obvious, because you're like, well, yeah, like if this is resonating, you're like, yeah, I want to know more. Like, I want to talk to them more. I want to get to know them more. So I feel like that's what's going to happen. Okay. This relationship is about to shift, but there's sort of this feeling of like, I have no idea where this could go right now. Honestly, with the Wheel of Fortune. But the good news is this relationship, something is about to shift, okay? There's a change around the corner when it comes to this relationship. So you will know soon enough. I mean, that could be why you clicked this reading. If you're confused right now about how someone's feeling, are they interested? Is this mutual? What's going on here? You'll have your answer soon, okay? So that could simply be what you came here to find out. But I feel like there's more, so let's go a little deeper. You've got playfulness, so it says, to recapture romance, allow your inner youthful spirit of fun to shine. So what I'm getting from the cards is maybe it's okay right now that like you don't have all of the answers. What I'm getting is for one of you watching, somebody here, right now is maybe time to kind of like explore your options and discover what it is that you want. And I think that could be actually what you're doing, is like making some decisions as to like, okay, what do I want here in this connection? Maybe you're feeling confused as to what you want. So again, it could be this first message that I got. If you're feeling confused about where someone stands and there's been some flirtatiousness, but you have no idea like if they like you, are they just seeing me as a friend? Are they even interested? Are they seeing someone else? Like these answers will come. But I feel like for a few of you, it's also about like you're going through a time where you're discovering what you want and you're making choices as to what you want and kind of seeing what's out there. I'm seeing some of you could be on dating sites, and this is like your period of time to kind of talk and learn and get to know people. And I think in that, you're going to obviously have some people where you're like, oh, why did I waste my time? Like how frustrating that conversation was. But that's kind of is part of the process, right? But yeah, I'm seeing someone has taken interest in you, or you've taken interest in someone else. There's someone who wants to know more. They're interested in conversing more. There's something about you're waiting for a message. I think that message will come in, okay? So if simply your message today is you've been waiting for a text back, I think this is your clue that it's coming in, okay? It may be an unexpected reply, though, is what I'm getting. Like, it may be, like, I think there's still some surprises in this relationship or this connection if you've got one on your mind. If you have no connection on your mind right now and you're clicking on this just purely out of curiosity, this could be a clue that there's going to be someone that you start talking to and you're interested in, but there's some confusion. It's like, okay, like I want to kind of know more about why there's confusion here. So let's get some more tarot cards. Why is there so much confusion? Because it says here there's more going on than meets the eye. So there's something deeper here that you've yet to uncover. The heart of the matter. The heart of the matter. Some of you are getting this intuitive feeling about a certain situation. It doesn't mean it's a bad thing, but you're getting these like intuitive like feelings about something, that there's something deeper beneath the surface. This could be in regards to someone's feelings. You know, right now it could be like I'm wondering if someone's sending like mixed messages, because right now it feels like a very flirty, fun relationship, and the two of you are very playful, and oh yeah, I'm definitely seeing a lot of attraction. But yeah, right now it's very playful, it's very fun, it's light. So I think like you're thinking, okay, like did I hear that correctly? Like what they said, like they said that flirty thing, did they mean it? Like right now I think you're trying to figure out where someone stands and they're trying to figure out where you stand. I think that there could actually be mixed messages. As I'm going deeper here, there could be mixed messages kind of coming from both of you a little bit, because there's more going on than meets the eye. At the surface, this might be like a friendship, but there's more. Okay, this is starting to unfold. Okay, so you're surprised, I think, and confused by, oh my gosh, they texted me. Like, I think feelings might be starting to get more confusing than they were initially. This could be a situation, for example, where you met someone, you're friends with them, and then you have this like really playful, fun relationship, and now you're starting to be like, you know what, maybe it's more than a friendship. Like, so I think you've got some thinking to do. They've got some thinking to do. Based on your conversations in the near future, there's going to be some things to figure out and some decisions to make, but there's lots of potential here. I'm seeing lots of potential here. There's more than meets the eye here. There's more beneath the surface. There's more going on here than is obvious, and someone could be very confused about their feelings right now. Someone could be very, very confused right now. The Sun, okay, that's good. The Sun is good to see. Queen of Swords on the bottom. The sun is good to see because that tells me the confusion isn't going to last long. The moon hides and conceals. The moon is connected to confusion. So to see the sun here, this is good because something's getting revealed. Could be someone's feelings. It could just be in general, things are very clear. It could be a signal that you're going to be feeling very happy or optimistic about a certain connection or situation. So this is really nice to see. I'm happy to see the sun there for sure. Let's go a little deeper here. What I think someone surprised you. I think like at the surface, you thought this person was one way, and then as soon as you started talking to them, it's like, So I think this person kind of keeps surprising you, and that's confusing you because I think you had this kind of idea of who somebody was. And then as you've both opened up and talked and conversed more and texted or called or emailed or talked at work, whatever the case may be, your view of them, your perception of them is shifting, right? And this might be confusing too. Someone could have said something about this person, like, oh my gosh, like this is what I think of them. And you're seeing a whole different side of this person, right? Everyone has different like experiences with people. So maybe, for example, someone thinks this person's like, oh, they're so rude. Like they're so rude. And you know, when I say hi, they're just very like, they don't hardly say hi back. But then you've gotten to know them and you just kind of discovered that's the way they communicate, their personality. They just tend to be a little bit, I'm just kind of throwing out examples, right? But yeah, I think that you are getting to know someone and they're surprising you a little bit with what you're finding. Golden oyster mushroom. I'm getting that there's somebody who's like more warm than they, and more playful, like more fun than they like to project. You know, like they are a little bit more fun and playful, and you're seeing a different side of them. I want to see if there's anything else I can get. I'm seeing some surprises coming in. Okay, there could be some, I don't want to say shocking information, but surprising information, or revelations, realizations, epiphanies, aha moments. This could be like, remember the movie Clueless where like Josh and Cher are like really playful together. They kind of like tease each other. You know, they grew up together essentially, right? So, and then she has this moment where she's like, oh my gosh, I love Josh. So that is kind of reminding me of that a little bit with this like lightning bolt moment. There's more going on that meets that. If this message could simply be like, you don't have any idea, like you think someone's feeling a certain way, you might be surprised. Okay, you might be surprised by what's really going on here. Let's see if anything else comes up. Anything else we need to know about what do we need to know more about this heart of the matter? Like what can we have a clue as to like what is going on? The Hermit. Yeah, this person's just, oh, is that another oyster? Artist's conch is the name of the mushroom. Artist's conch. Okay. Okay, so I wanted clarification. So what more is going on? I think this person's just a lot more deep than they appear. Okay, they're a lot more deep. They could be an artist, all right? They could be an artist. They could be a writer. They like to write. They're slightly introverted and introspective, and I think that this person gets misunderstood a lot. I think this person is very misunderstood, and I think you're seeing a more playful side to them. I'm getting that expression, tough nut to crack. A tough nut to crack. You're seeing like a different side. And I think like other people would be shocked. You're like, oh my gosh, we had so much fun. Like we laughed so hard last night in our conversation. They're like, oh, they laughed? Like that kind of thing. Like there's something like that coming through. You're seeing a side to this person that they don't show. I don't think anyone, honestly. They're more playful with you. You bring that side out of them, and they don't show that as much to other people. I think the two of you complement each other quite a bit. I kind of want, let's read this one. That's what I want to do. I want to read this one. I haven't read for any of the other groups today, but I want to read this. I might have to go get the book though, because I don't even think I brought it out because I'm disorganized. Okay, let me go get it. I'll be right back, group 3. Like, you know when you sit in one position for too long and then suddenly your body's just like, nope. Okay, there we go. We're back. Okay, so Heart of the Matter, number 22. Let's see. What's going on here? So take a moment to get to the genuine issues in this situation. The truth of what is going on lies at the very heart of the situation. Be honest and willing to do whatever is necessary to take care of this. Okay, so quickly, there also, for some of you, could be a situation where talking is what's necessary to clear up some confusion, okay? So if you're confused about something, clear communication is key here, okay? You know that expression, communication is key. In this case, it really is. Whatever you see your current scenario as, positive or negative, is happening for a reason. Awareness and understanding will help you see beyond your current circumstances. So right now, like, I do feel like you're confused. I feel like you're feeling, honestly, a little bit discouraged. It may feel difficult at first, but with time, you may feel differently and understand why things unfolded as they did. Even if you are in an emotional upheaval, there's an outcome that will bring love and blessings. That's good. A beautiful angel watches over a sleeping child while myriad dreams fill her slumber. Sometimes it's like you're surrounded by far more than you can comprehend. That's bizarre that it would talk about not comprehending something in this card and you have this card right next to it. So there's something you're not comprehending. This card is showing you there is higher power working on your behalf. You are watched over and loved. A situation will be resolved in time. So yeah, there could also be a situation where this is going to get resolved, okay? So if you are feeling, there could even be someone, because look at this, talked about awaiting. This one's so complicated. I feel like this is the reading where there's lots of actual scenarios that I could spend several hours kind of going into each one. So I'm just trying to take the messages as they come. So of course, take what fits. But this card talked about a weighted message arrives. I wonder if someone's pulled away too. Maybe you're dealing with that right now. There's been like a shift in someone's behavior, I guess. So maybe it's too that they have something to figure out. They could be making some decisions or something like that. Because 7 of Cups is interesting. You do have, like, 7 of Cups can indicate choice or confusion. This person could be trying to make a choice. Wow. Okay. I want to get you some charms because the charms give us detail, but I hope some of that made sense for you. I feel like this is the most complicated out of all 3 groups for sure. Not surprised. Group 3 for some reason tends to be my complicated group. I don't know why. And if you always choose group 3, you might notice that yourself. But I don't know why. Yeah, group 3 always has like, I always feel like group 3 is the group I could spend like several hours talking about. But I feel like the messages that were meant to come up would have. Okay, so group 3. That lemon. Oh, that lemon always comes out. I might put this in a different oracle because this lemon comes out every time. I think it just, because it pops out of the, I mean, it's there for a reason, but the lemon, we'll start with the lemon. It has to do with fresh starts, new beginnings. It can have to do with cleansing, energy. It can have to do with when life gives you lemons, you make lemonade, so making the best out of a certain situation. Now, okay, interesting. This is very random. Someone might be dealing with a gambling issue, okay? There could be something about a gambling issue. This just came in, so take it. It doesn't mean that's happening, but it could be like a topic of conversation. Okay, but this also could have to do with like, because this landed outside of the charm tray. So, and the mermaid did too. So this could be a good sign. Because the handcuffs usually, it's like almost like the devil card in a way. So it landing outside of the charm tray could be that this person's maybe like working on some issues like with codependency, or there's like something that they've dealt with, that they're no longer like connected to or something like that. You've got the Mermaid. That makes me think of deep emotions and our intuition. And have fun with the charms. I always like to remind people, like, certain charms may have personal significance to you for a certain reason. So for example, fishing. This person could really like fishing. This can have to do with going with the flow though. Going with the flow. It's a salmon. I always think it's a salmon. If anyone knows what fish that is, please tell me. I always just assume it's a salmon. But yeah, you've got give something time with the clock. You've got the hand. If you're waiting a message, remember I was getting very clearly it's coming in. So if you're waiting for someone, like if you're waiting for someone to respond or text back, or you haven't heard from them in a while, I'm feeling like it's coming in soon, okay? This person has a hard time making decisions, I'm seeing. They really crave their alone time too. Like this person's extremely, like they need their alone time. They really, really crave it. They work really hard. I'm seeing them as like a multitasker, and money seems like important to them. And not in like a superficial way, but like money is something that they seem to be focused on. Something about a birthday or an event or an anniversary. This can have to do with an event you're attending together or something like that. It can also have to do with wishes. You've got two moon shapes. Look at that. You've got this moon shape and this moon shape. This one has an astronaut standing on the moon. And this one, too, is like tranquility. It's a cabin. Like this person might have, because remember we had the Hermit card as the clarification for heart of the matter. I think this person is like pulled away a bit. And that's why we have the message about awaiting text messages. Or maybe you have. Someone has. In some cases, this is not an excuse, but in some cases, this person might be an actual, like at work or something where they don't have cell signal, which I can't emphasize enough. If someone's using that as an excuse, like, oh, sorry, I didn't have cell signal, and you know it's not true. But in some cases, I remember I was talking to a guy where he couldn't text me for like a week because he genuinely worked somewhere where like he had no cell signal. Sometimes there was one spot where he'd be able to go and get it, but that was it. So you know what I mean? Like that could be something coming up right now. The hand, this is like making me think of someone reaching out for contact. Okay, interesting. Group 3. I'll raise these up so you can see them. There is, for some of you, like, you might feel like this person's kind of dating around, or what's that expression? Like, you might be kind of wondering who else they're talking to in some cases, so you could get some clarification on that too. Like, you might feel like they're talking to multiple people or something like that, or flirting with multiple people, which, I mean, unless you're in a relationship, I mean, there's nothing really wrong that they're talking to other people if you're not, you know what I'm saying? Like, if you're not in a relationship. So maybe this is something that's going on that's causing confusion. Maybe you saw them like someone else's picture or something like that, and that's causing confusion. But like I said, I mean, I'm getting definitely feelings of like clarity coming in soon, whatever the situation may be. Let's get some letters, see what words we can find. Oh, look at that. When, secret, good. This person might have a secret. Doesn't mean it's a bad thing, because you've got the lightning card too, right? So it could be like a revelation. You could be making a decision up about this person too. Like maybe the confusion is about a decision you have to make, right? Ear. Let's see here. See. I see destiny. I see Linda. Bay. They could live by the bay. I don't know. More. Let me know what you're seeing. Look in the comments too. There's always good suggestions. I'm sometimes I see things. I feel like I'm doing okay today. Let me know. We'll do the pendulum next, so start thinking of a yes or no question. And if you enjoy me or my readings, definitely feel free to check out my Patreon page. That's a way to support the channel. I also have memberships on YouTube, so whichever is easier for you. Both of those are linked in the description. So yeah, if you like my reading style and you want to support the channel and receive an exclusive video every single week, then definitely check that out. It's for a smaller collective too. There's only about 200 people watching, so it's less people watching, right? So sometimes it resonates a little bit more. I kind of look at it that way. Okay, so group 3, think of your yes or no question. Pause if you need some time to think. Try again. Let's give that a try. Think of your question. Focus on the question. Got a yes today. That one took a while. So let me know what you think, group 3. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Thank you so much for liking and subscribing. All of that really does help my channel. Share this video if you know anyone who would enjoy it. And we will see you next time.